Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Hungry Howie's. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughrazor.com for details. And My Virtual Academy. Your education, your pace, your future. Go to myvirtualacademy.com to learn more. From all of us at the State Champs Sports Network, we hope you and your family had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Welcome inside Ford Field for our annual State Finals extravaganza. We're presented by Lawrence Tech. I'm your host, Lauren Plant. Our friends Ryan, Lauren, Stephanie, and Kiera will all be along for the ride as we bring you highlights of all 8 football state championships. Nowhere else are you going to get the coverage like you see here. We've got some first-timers, some perennial powers, and for the first time in state history, not 1 but 2 Detroit Public School Leagues will be competing for state titles. So for the first time in State Champs history, we'll have not 1 but 2 main events. Later on in the show, Tom Markowski and I will discuss the final stages of the Hungry Howie's Mr. Football race, and later we'll give you a brief discussion just to wrap up everything that took place this weekend. But it's not about us. It's about these teams that worked so hard to get here. Let's begin, shall we? The Division 8 State Championship game.
I need passion. Emotion is cheap. Passion is forever. Eyes, angry. Don't get too high if we get up early.
It's been a banner year for Waterford Our Lady of the Lakes. School record for wins, first trip to the state finals in 13 years. As they matched up with a Muskegon Catholic Central squad steeped in title tradition, coming in back-to-back reigning state champs. Our Lady of the Lakes averaging over 40 points a game, and the offense led by the newly crowned AP Division 7-8 Player of the Year, quarterback Clay Cenarius. We start second quarter, game scoreless. The senior Cenarius has a twin bro, Devin. He's an all-stater too, 30 yards into Crusader territory. Clay Cenarius broke his own school record for passing yards in a season with nearly 3,000 coming in, 2 TDs shy of eclipsing his TD record of 36. Going forward on 4th and 7, Cenarius with time tries to squeeze to Ryan Kostic, but MCC junior Logan Helton slaps it away. We were scoreless at halftime.
You guys got 1 half of football left, all right? Seniors, is the last time you are ever going to put on the gold helmet. Play it, put it on with pride.
Just 7 seniors on this talented Muskegon Catholic Central roster. Third quarter and going for it in his final high school game. Senior quarterback Christian Martinez deep for Walker Christofferson. Just overthrown. Crusaders drive stalled. Still in the third, and the Lake Show trying to get into gear. Cenarius with the deep ball, but Martinez helping his cause on the defensive side. The nice INT. We went into the final quarter. Game still 0-0. Muskegon Catholic Central got the ground game going in the fourth. Christofferson led the offense in this with 122 yards on 18 carries. This one good for 24 yards down to the Lakers' 8-yard line. Next play, Martinez will do the honors. Looking for the end zone, he'll find it. Crusaders on the board, 7-0 lead. Our Lady of the Lakes needed to put together a solid drive to get back in it. Cenarius, the slant pass. The All-State linebacker Nate Jones almost intercepts it, but instead Kostic keeps hope alive. Now, to the Lakers' 15th play of the drive. On the Crusader 13, Cenarius rolling. Ball intended for Chris Cartier, but Christofferson picks it off for the second time in the game. First time this season the Lakers held to less than 32 points, let alone shut out. Muskegon Catholic Central gets its three-peat. They win the Division 8 state championship 7-0, 11th title in school history.
We got 5, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. FTC! 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 FTC!
Hey guys, Ryan Terpstra here with you, and for our Coach of the Week, we look at the Lowell Red Arrows. They'll be competing for a Division II title coming up, and they are there in part because of the leadership of their head man, Noel Dean. Lowell has a tradition of making it to Ford Field under Coach Dean, and this year's trip in Division II gave players their shot at making Red Arrow history.
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, these kids were kindergartners when we went to our first state finals in 2002, and then second grade when we went in 04, and then 6th, 7th, and 8th grade when we went our last 3-run stretch. So And they all had, 18 or so had brothers that were on those teams. The families of Lowell and the teachers of Lowell are awesome. Our kids are, going to some pretty fantastic schools based upon grades and academics, and they play a lot of sports.
Participating in multiple sports throughout the year is something Coach Dean prefers his players do in order to get the full high school experience.
I'd like to think that we're kind of a throwback to the way it should be, not to the where it's heading, and we want to maintain that here at Lowell as long as we can. Academics and participate more in one sport, and and just be good people in general.
The Coach of the Week is brought to you by Lawrence Tech University. For more information on their athletic programs, go to ltuathletics.com.
Hey State Champs Nation, I'm Lauren Jabara. Signing day is right around the corner, and if you have a decision to make about where you're going to play college ball, we want you to do it on our Signing Day special. Email us, signingday@statechampsnetwork.com. Coming up next, the Division VI State Championship game. Stay with us.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
Yes, all right, Ziggy. Yes, that's how you sell flavored crust.
Who's this guy?
Well, this is Ziggy. He's actually a brilliant marketing man.
That's my job.
Yeah. Ziggy, tell him your idea.
What if we give away free stuff when you order online?
What a dumb idea.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen to Ziggy and get a free Howie bread on every online order of $12 or more with coupon code FREEHB. Now that's an idea.
Hungry? Howie's! USA Hockey has found its new home in Plymouth, Michigan. Take pride in the red, white, and blue and put on your jersey in support of Team USA. Team USA, building champions.
Welcome back to State Champs. Now inside the tunnel, our Detroit Lions take to get to the field. And by the way, nice job of beating up on the Eagles, boys. All right, I digress. In Division VI, we had a pair of unbeatens who took center stage. The Clinton Redskins have had a solid postseason that included knocking off the defending state champ Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central. Now, although Ithaca's 69-game state record winning streak was snapped in last year's finale, they haven't lost since. And now we're on the drive for title number 5.
Imagine what you felt like after that loss, having to walk off this field with an L. That semifinal, or that silver trophy, not the gold one.
After a state record winning streak that lasted nearly 5 years, Ithaca, with 13 wins in a row, looking to get back on top of the mountain. Clinton fell to the Yellow Jackets in the 2013 championship, so the Redskins with a chance for revenge and their first state title trophy. Both teams undefeated. And talk about streaks, Clinton with 28 straight Tri-County Conference wins over the past 4 years. We start late first. Senior Layton roster. 2 hookup here. QB Caden Kelly to Noah Poore. He had 4 touchdowns in last week's state semifinal win over North Point Christian. Redskins led 7-0 at the break. More from the Clinton offense. This senior All-State running back Matthew Sexton gets the handoff, and he's gone. The Eastern Michigan commit finished with 146 yards rushing on 20 carries, over 2,000 yards on the year, 40 total touchdowns himself. Redskins up 2 scores. That was Ithaca's wake-up call. Next possession, senior quarterback Jake Smith with the quick pass to Spencer DeMall, shrugs a defender, down the sideline. It wasn't pretty, but a big 39-yard gain down to the Clinton 14. Like his brother in 2013 Mr. Football winner Travis Smith, Jake Smith leads this team in all major offensive categories, including rushing. Over 1,500 yards on the ground this year, Ithaca finally on the board, trailing 13-7. Smith has also slung it for over 1,200 yards this year. Next possession, Tudamal, he hauls in his team-leading 7th TD reception of the season, first lead of the game. Still in the third, and this is just vintage Smith. Back to pass. How does he get away from that sure sack? He's still free. He's going to score. Wow! Ithaca headed into the fourth up 21-13. You want to see more of the Smith Show? Ask and you shall receive. No hesitation this time. To the sideline, back to the middle, elusive and evading tacklers. This 24-yard run put the Jackets back in the red zone. 3 plays later, Smith's third rushing score on the afternoon. He totaled 320 yards of total offense, and Ithaca now up 2 scores. But Clinton never quit. 6 minutes to go in the game. Kelly, nice ball over the middle to Blake Rogers. The senior's loose. Brought down 49 yards later to the Ithaca 13. 4 plays later, Poor punches it in. Clinton back in it, trailing now 27-20. Redskins got it back, and one last chance. 4th down. 40 ticks left. The Ithaca defense shuts the door. Kelly is sacked, ending the comeback. Ithaca hangs on to win 27-20. The Yellow Jackets bring home their 5th D6 state championship in 6 years. 83 wins and just 1 loss during that span.
It's a great feeling, the best feeling in the world, really. Everybody wants to come out on top, and coming out on top with the senior class that we have is just very special.
I'm Dr. Patricia Kolowich, an orthopedic surgeon at Henry Ford Sports Medicine, and we're here today to talk about hamstring injuries. The hamstring is the large muscle on the back of your thigh that extends or straightens out the hip, and it can be injured with activities that involve quick starts and stops. To try and avoid activities, always warm up and stretch before and after your activities. The most common way this is injured catastrophically is with skiing, either water skiing or snow skiing, but even quick starts and stops from running can injure your hamstring. So if you think you have a hamstring injury, see a professional. The sooner it's treated, the sooner it recovers. I'm Dr. Patricia Kolowich, an orthopedic surgeon with Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Download our sports medicine app and learn more at henryford.com/sports.
The Sports Medicine Minute is presented by Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Together, we can.
We want to thank Henry Ford Sports Medicine once again for being such a terrific partner with State Champs. Your dedication to serving the community is truly inspiring. I'm Stephanie here at Ford Field, and if you want a weekly note in your inbox, simply head to the Connect page at statechampsnetwork.com and click Receive News. The Division IV state finals are coming up next.
Are you considered a top male or female athlete in your sport? Listen up! The Detroit Athletic Club is celebrating 20 years of awarding thousands of dollars in college scholarship money.
Founded on athletics, but not only athletics, but also to the citizenship part of the commitment. And so it's all about bringing that together.
12 male and female student athletes will win their share of $15,000. Go to nsa.thedac.com. You must return the application by January 31st for your chance to win.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your nonprofit organization can sell paper pizza certificates that your customers can redeem for 1 medium pizza at participating Hungry Howie's locations. Go to doughraiser.com to learn about, sign up for, and order everything Dough Raiser. Request a Dough Raiser kit for your group today. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Sneff Camp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day. During the Black Friday Blockbuster Sales Event, lease a Chrysler 200S for $139 a month, or a 300 Limited for just $199 a month. Celebrating 25 years of giving customers a superior buying experience. That's Sneff Camp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
Sneff Camp, Metro Detroit's original. Sneff Camp, Sneff Camp.
Far Therapeutic Arts and Recreation has designed therapeutic programs that allow family members to participate. These inclusive programs give families greater understanding and individuals with special needs stronger emotional support.
Bar is a good place because it helps my little brother. I like to do drums and stuff. I like to do bam, bam, boom, slam.
For 60 years, FAR has provided creative arts therapy for individuals with special needs. FAR can help. Visit far-therapy.org.
Thanks for coming back to State Champs. We are just getting started. Flint Powers was certainly not considered a finals favorite heading into the postseason, but their win over Detroit Country Day in last week's snowy semifinal cemented their right to be here. Zeeland West, this is exactly where we thought they'd be. 5,000 rushing yards this season. We had a Saginaw Valley Blue OK Green title tilt in Division 4. In just their 11th year as a football program, Zeeland West one win from their 4th state title. As for Flint Powers, back at Ford Field for the first time since winning it back in 2011, chance for their 3rd crown in school history. Division III state semifinalists a season ago, undefeated Zeeland West back in 4 and trying to capitalize on a 9-play first quarter drive. The senior All-State running back Darius Parisi and the Wildcat over 1,800 yards on the ground this season. This is 29th touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion, and the Ducks led 8-0. Parisi ran for 110 yards last week in the snow. Ducks duping Powers here. Fake punt. Casey Brinks the pitch to Parisi, 30 yards into the Chargers' red zone. Ducks go to the air next. Brinks will find his 6'4" junior tight end Collar Capello, 16-yard gain to the 4. The senior Tyler Thompson then lowers the boom. Zeeland West in control, up 16-zip at halftime. But Flint Powers accustomed to the role of underdog. After all, they produced a nice second-half comeback to beat Country Day a week ago. Senior quarterback Noah Sargent with a nice toss to Matt Whisker. This will be a big 46-yard gain. Sargent made the Division III-4 All-State team as a specialist, a scoring specialist. 247 yards of total offense in this game, and the Chargers now trailed 16-6. But Zeeland West would answer with its bread and butter, the ground game. The senior Dakota Gurink gave the Quack Attack a 20-point advantage to end the 3rd quarter. As a team, Zeeland West would rush for 328 yards. Thompson led the way with 121. He also completed his night on defense with 3 tackles and 2 picks. 5 minutes left, Brinks and his shoulder pads flap in for the 39-yard score. He was also 4 for 4 passing with 103 yards. Zeeland West finishes the 2015 season by going a perfect 14-0. They beat Flint Powers 40-14, Ducks' 2nd state title in the last 3 years.
It's amazing. This is a dream to be a senior and come to the Ford Field after I came as a sophomore, but it's amazing. I can't even say how much.
I thought our kids played not only in terms of played to the scoreboard, but played with a lot of poise and a lot of class, and I thought really showed a lot of poise tonight.
Ducks on 3! No, family on 3! 1, 2, 3, family!
Are you guys waiting to find out our Hungry Howie's Mr. Football Champion? Well, those results are coming up in the next couple of weeks. Tom Markowski and Lauren discuss the state of the race coming up a little bit later in the show. Our state finals extravaganza continues with our first main event of the show, Division II Lowell and King battling it out. Those highlights up next.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
USA Hockey has found its new home in Plymouth, Michigan. Take pride in the red, white, and blue and put on your jersey in support of Team USA. Team USA, building champions.
students in 6th through 12th grade can learn from the safety of your home with My Virtual Academy. Students are provided all the necessary equipment and an internet connection if needed. The online curriculum is supported by teachers who are in scheduled contact with students and parents. Go to myvirtualacademy.com and discover a new way of learning and living with My Virtual Academy. Welcome back to State Champs, now high atop Ford Field inside the production scoreboard room, a room I used to actually work in a previous life. Now it's time for the first of two main events. Detroit King, in our eyes, has been the best team in the state in any division. They're the only team that had two Hungry Howie's Mr. Football candidates, and they beat D1 state finalist Cass Tech not once, but twice. Now, Lowell, on the other hand, lost in week 1, but they haven't lost since. And we believe they've had the toughest schedule of anyone in the state. And by the way, they avenged their week 1 loss to Walled Lake Western last week. Let's get to it. The Division II state final. Are you ready? The Division II football finale. The first time that Detroit, Martin Luther King, and Lowell have ever met on the gridiron. Mark my words, this game will live on as perhaps the best state championship game ever. Lowell making their 6th title game appearance, and we picked this game up late in the first quarter. Red Arrows up 3-0 and driving. The senior Max Dean bullying his way and pushing the pile for a great 10-yard gain down to the King 2. Nationally ranked as a wrestler and headed to Cornell to grapple, 2 plays into the second quarter, Dean delivers. The Red Arrows now up 10. After a King 3-and-out, Lowell was back at it. Senior quarterback Ryan Stevens dumps it off to a wide-open David Cruz, and there he goes. The sophomore rumbles 62 yards deep into Crusader territory. Always a dual threat, Stevens finds the end zone with his legs. This was 3rd and goal. Lowell shocking everyone. They led the number 1 team in the state by 17. King's ability to make the big play has been on display all season, especially in the playoffs. Versus Livonia Franklin last week, this guy had one of the most impressive runs after the catch of the year. The senior Dante Boyd, part 2. Watch him work. 73 yards, tripped up on the 2. Armani Posey started the season as a receiver, being QB since week 2, and he can beat you in different ways. Play action bootleg, and he'll jog in. Crusaders on the board, trailing 17-7. But Lowell is battle-tested and never phased. Next possession, Stevens, a pass up the seam to the senior Sawyer Olesko, off to the races. This was a 66-yard gain down at the King 6. The workhorse then got his name called again, Dean. The Red Arrows scored on all 4 of their first half possessions to go back up 17. But King would execute the 2-minute drill before the end of the half, and it doesn't get much prettier than this. Posey, with laser-like precision, into the hands of the Penn State recruit Lavert Hill and inbounds. Hill with 4 grabs for 77 yards, 41-yard gain, and the Crusaders were back in business. The duo of Posey and Hill would connect again on the very next play. At intermission, King trailed 24-13. Lowell, so good at keeping you guessing. 3rd quarter, set up to punt. It's a fake. Nathan Stevens, with a little help from his teammates, 38 yards down to the King 5 to keep the drive alive. Dean ran for 99 yards in the game. This his 3rd touchdown from 4 yards out. Lowell up a seemingly comfortable 31-13 early in the 3rd. You historians might remember 2007. King trailed 21-7 before coming back to beat Midland. Posey, with great poise, finding our Hungry Howie's Mr. Football finalist Donnie Corley, 25-yard score. Heading into the 4th, King down 31-20. Later, King would finish off their first 95-yard drive. This is the first play of the 4th quarter. Posey scrambling, a little dump to Ambry Thomas, and this surefire Mr. Football candidate next year stretching the field like nobody's business. 41-yard touchdown. Extra point was no good, however, so the Crusaders trailed 31-26. But Lowell put up 400 yards of offense. Another drive ends in another score. Stevens with 22 carries for 66 yards and 2 scores. Red Arrows' lead increased to 12. But King would drive the field on their next possession, and Posey rolling, and Hill is in the back of the end zone. Crusaders convert the 2 points. This was a 38-34 ball game. King got the ball back with 37 seconds left. A penalty forced them to start on their own 2-yard line. After a couple of quick pass completions, fourth play of the drive, Posey throws to Boyd in the center of the field. That is taking one for the team. Despite breaking his shoulder, Dante held onto the ball. 5 catches for 126 yards in this amazing 25-yard gain to the Lowell 40. Came down to 2 seconds left. Final play of the game. Donnie Corley is Donnie Touchdown, the new king of the city. Incredible. And how about Armani Posey, 19 of 27 with 5 touchdowns, including setting a new MHSAA championship game record with 383 yards passing, 436 yards of total offense for King. Donnie Corley, 5 catches in the second half for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, every bit the AP's Division I-II Player of the Year. King beats Lowell 40-38, first state crown in 8 years.
Every game we said play 4 quarters, never look ahead, play 4 quarters. Then we ended up going down 17-zip. One came back a little bit at the half, but they had a little momentum, so they had to talk it over. And then we just fought back and played to the end.
All right, catch your breath. 2015 has been an amazing year for Michigan high school sports, and it's plays like you just saw that we are going to celebrate on our final state champs show of the year on December 20th. All the top plays and games, plus a special Beyond Sports look at competitive marching bands. Coming up next is another 30 minutes of state champs state finals action.